It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Ravens and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Right ahead, the NFL playoffs begin here on this Saturday afternoon. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wildcard Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about playoff football in the NFL. You can feel it in the stadium. You can sense it down on the field in pregame. Both these teams have had this as their #1 goal all year. Make it to the playoffs. Everybody has a shot, and we're about to kick this thing off and get rolling.
The playoffs have arrived. It is the start of Super Wildcard Weekend, and off we go here on this Saturday. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, 1 play in, 1 sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's a first carry for their running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. The man in motion is Burks. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. That's caught down the field is Burks. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Second down. Jackson. He'll carry that ball loosely, and it is out. The Broncos have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by one more week.
They'll run with the former Golden Domer, Audric Estime. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Third and long. To throw is Nix. He'll get this out wide. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Ravens offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's got it. That's Burks. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on second down. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
No motion over Flowers. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to keep it himself. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
On third down, Jackson. Catch is made. That is Schoonmaker. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. The man in motion is Burks. Jackson now. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. 1 quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. 0-0 is the score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Lamar gonna hang on to it, and he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Broncos 0.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. Nick's gonna give this to Estime. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Now he'll run it. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Back to throw is Nix. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Nix with a wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Nix from the gun on third down. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, here's Nix. He's got his man. That's Boyd. He's going to have a Broncos first down. They only needed one, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains. They'll go play action with Nix. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
A carry here for Estimate. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Broncos.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
He finds his tight end, Dulcich. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. Third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Audric Estime. Touchdown, Broncos.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down, Ravens.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. Catch made there by Burks. And he will go all the way. Traylon Burks. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense and Audric Estime, the running back, getting ready to go back to work. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Nick's going to keep it on the zone read. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll try to hit him with a screen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here's 3rd and 2. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Burks. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson up top again. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. He works free, right side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Denver. A pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment, uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense going to take over just before the half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Jackson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Second down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Atwell sent in motion here. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. To throw is Nix. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. Throwing is Nix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.